Okay, here's something. I think people are innately good, which I know seems very optimistic, and honestly is difficult to believe when we're living in a very political situation right now with the president and all of these really, all of this hatred that's kind of being spewed throughout everything, within the news and the media, and our this whole American idea that America has to be the greatest at the expense of every other country, and we have to be the best. But I do think that there is an innate goodness in people, and I'm not sure why or how I believe that. I think it was something I was just raised with, to kind of give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and to kind of realize that people are made up of their own experiences, and if those experiences happen to be negative or they affect someone negatively, that could that definitely skews how they view the world. And so I try to think about that and try to keep that in mind whenever I feel annoyed or angry at someone, or even hatred, because fundamentally I think human beings, something that makes us unique is we have just this kind of ability to be kind to one another. I don't know, maybe that's not unique. Maybe animals are more kind than I'm giving them. They probably are. I'm probably giving them credit for, but we choose to be kind. We're active about it. We're active in our choice.
Okay.
And in our decisions.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got to get a sense of your confidence that pretty much everyone is innately good, say on a scale from 0 to 100?
Probably about a 98.
98%
Yeah.
confident that that's true?
98% confident that that's true.
Okay. And could you be mistaken about this?
Could I be mistaken about it? Yeah. I would be surprised.
Well, I'm not saying this is the case, but what would it mean for you if it was not true?
If it was not true,
How would you feel about that?
I feel like I should say that I would be very disappointed, and I would be to a certain extent, but I think I would honestly try to still persist with that belief, even if it wasn't true, because it makes my life happier, and it makes me appreciate people more.
Okay, so even if it wasn't actually
true,
you would still persist in believing it to be true because it makes you happier?
It makes my experience of life better, and it makes me, I think, a better person. It makes me kinder to people, and makes me more actively think about my actions and how they affect other people.
Is there an alternate way to be able to have that without having this belief?
I think you could just, I think you could just be more full of thought. That was a terrible phrase. Wow, that was awful.
That's fine.
You could just be more, thoughtful about, that's the word I was thinking of, thoughtful about the way you treat other people, but much more active, because I think people think of being thoughtful as kind of an afterthought, not as in before and in the moment and after, constantly thinking about how you impact others.
Yeah, is there a way to be more aligned with truth and also be a better person without this belief?
Could you say that again?
If this wasn't true, and you wanted to continue to have a happy life, and to be a good person, it seems like this belief allows this to be true for you, or
I think so.
This gives this to you.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that I have to totally 100% believe it. I don't think it has to be true for it to impact me positively, but I think it's kind of, in addition to just a general base, I'm going to try to actively think about other people and be kind to them, kind of thinking or believing that there's goodness in other people kind of helps you push that a little more. Even if it wasn't true, you could still believe, you could still like find happiness and be kind to people and whatnot. But I think it just adds a little layer of, like a little push.
Adds a little push?
Yeah.
Okay. And could that push come from somewhere else? If you wanted to be more aligned with truth? To have fewer false beliefs?
I mean, I suppose it could come from how an interaction would benefit you. You know?
Yeah. And first, would you prefer to have no false beliefs?
Would I prefer to have no false beliefs? I don't know if I could imagine a life where there are no false beliefs.
Yeah.
I just think it's difficult to picture.
Just as an ideal?
I mean, not the ideal, but
just strive for.
Actively, like, living in that, I think would be very difficult because I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna say it.
Sure.
I think it's very easy to fall into what you might label a false belief because it kind of goes back to narrative and how human beings are kind of like inherently, and our society especially is like very narrative based, and it might not be. And I think that helps lead to the creation of a false belief. Maybe that's for some people religion. Maybe for some people that's the political structure, or
maybe a different way to phrase it is to have our beliefs more accurately align with reality.
I guess yes, I would prefer that.
Okay. And if it turned out we would have a less accurate view of reality if we believed people were innately good, how would you feel about that? Would you want to continue having a less accurate view?
Maybe, yeah. I think I would. I would want to have a less accurate view.
Because it allows you to be a better person and to have a happier life?
I think it would give me more hope.
Give you more hope?
Yeah. For people. For myself being a better person, for other people being better people, for things progressing forward in a positive manner, on a general sense.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Well, I think that's our time.
All right.
Thanks, Emily. It was very nice.
Cordial curiosity.
Yeah.
So do you do a lot of these?
Yeah, try to come out once a week or so.
Nice.
A few hours.
Always in Griffith Park?
Various parks.
Very nice.
Like Runyon Canyon, Echo Park,
Cool.
Santa Monica Beach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good day.
You too.